Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to your college. That is nothing but the online college after many long days of your education break. Okay, so today I'm Swati, an assistant professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering. I'm here before you to tell the course Object Oriented Analysis and Design. Okay, for this complete semester, I'm going to be your tutor to tell this subject Object Oriented Analysis and Design. Okay. Okay, so what are the topics that we are going to that we are going to cover in this session is about the course description. That means what is OAD and its background. Next, about the course prerequisites and what is its scope, course objectives, course outcomes, and course syllabus. So these are the main things that we are going to talk about in this class. Okay. Next, so coming to the first thing about the course description. So few people are still joining. Please give me a minute. Okay. So what is this object-oriented analysis and design, and what you are going to learn in this course? So here, this course is nothing but it is going to completely deal with the object-oriented analysis. So what do you mean by this object-oriented analysis means that we discuss for the next class, but now we'll see around what this course is going to go around. Okay. So this object-oriented analysis and design is the course which is needed to design and construct a computer software system. Okay, so suppose if you want to develop any software, so what you have to do? So till now, what do we know? We know you have already studied the software engineering in your second year, and so from that you'll know what is a waterfall model, and next what is a spiral model, next how to test, and all that you know there. Okay, and you don't know what is the methodology that you have to follow to develop a computer system software. Okay, so the according to the knowledge you have till now, you know only about to write a program, and the hence you can develop a computer software. Okay, so other than writing a program, the program for the computer software, what is the thing we are going to do is before writing any writing program, what do? We simply write the algorithm, right? Algorithm, flowchart, and next we go for the logic coding of a program. And here also, before we do the actual coding of the software system, first we go with the design. Okay, design is nothing but how we want to do and what we need to include and what is the extreme point that we need to exclude. Okay, and next, analysis means analysis means, so here analysis is nothing but analysis and design this subject. So we are going to analyze in this subject, we are not going to analyze a problem. Okay, so what do you mean by the problem? Problem is nothing but what the society needs or what the industry needs is nothing but the problem. Okay, and that problem, understanding that problem, analyzing that, and finding the solution to that is nothing but the analysis, and finding the solution is nothing but a design. Understanding the problem is nothing but the analysis, and design is nothing but the solution to that. Okay, and how we are going to analyze and how we are going to do the solution, how we are going to do that? So how we are going to do that is by using the object oriented method. Okay, so once again we'll see what is this course is. Object oriented analysis and design is the course that presents an introduction to the design and construction of the software system using objects. Okay, you all are already familiar with the OOP. In that you have already studied about what is an object, what is a class, right? So this OOAD is a subject which is going to follow on the basis of the OOP, what you have already studied. Okay, and here this course, it is going to give the new, it is going to present the methodologies and the concepts to design and software. Okay, and how, what is that methodologies and the designs? It is going methodology that we are going to use here is nothing but the UML and patterns is that we are going to use here. Okay, and next, after that, what the students are going to learn from this? Someone, please unmute yourself. Okay, so what the students are going to learn from this is how to apply these techniques of learning of design for developing the new quality and the robust software. Okay, to know that, to develop that, what is the tool you are going to use is an UML, Unified Modeling Language. So with that, it is useful for the, it is used to you as a demo, as a tool to analyze and design the software systems. Okay. So in this course, simply to tell, we are going to analyze a problem and finding a solution. And the solution is nothing but the design. And after analyzing, how we are going to design is by using the UML. Okay, UML is the new thing that we are going to learn, and by using that, we are going to design the solutions to the problem. Okay, and simply to tell, object-oriented analysis and design is a technique for analyzing, designing, and application. Okay, so it is nothing but a technique for analyzing and designing an application. Okay, and next, so and how it is used is, it is useful to develop the software systems. Okay, how we are going to develop means here, in the past, how before the era of the OOAD, what that used to happen is everything is going to happen only with the program logic. Okay, structured and the procedural methods are followed for the development of a software. But now with this, in the era of this object oriented analysis and the design, everything is happening only with the object oriented methods. Okay, everything is happening here with the object oriented methods. So simply we can tell that what is that needed to know, to learn more about this OOAD is OOP is the program. OOP is that you need to know. Okay, OOP. Okay, object oriented programming. So this is what is object oriented programming is a programming model where the programs are organized around the programs are organized around objects and data rather than the logic. Okay, here everything is associated with the objects, classes, okay, and rather than the logic, program logic. Okay, do you understand? Next, so what is the scope? So now you may get the doubt that, so what is the use of learning this OOAD and how it is useful, and what is the industry scope that you are having there outside after learning this subject? This is the doubt everyone will get, right? So here, what is this OOAD? It is nothing but the analysis and design. Okay, so the what is the analysis and design? So with this analysis and without this analysis and the design, no software is going to be developed. Okay, no software doesn't move to the coding phase. Only after the problem analysis, And next, only after this analysis, after the analysis, finding the solution with the design only, then any software project will move to the coding, and next it will go for the implementation. Okay, so here what is that going to play the major role is the design is going to play a major role. If the design has been not done properly, then the software we are going to get is not a quality software. Okay. Okay, so the software we are going to design is not a quality software. So to do that, what is that best thing we have to do? Good design is the best thing we are going to give for any software system. So to do the good design, what is the first thing we have to do? We have to analyze the what is the problem clearly. After analyzing only, we can find what is the solution that we have to propose for a problem. Okay, so we need to do the good designing. The good designing we are going to do by using the unified modeling language simply called as an UML. Okay, and hence suppose if few people will have the fear of the coding also, right? Few people feel that more how to code and how we can do all this coding and all. I cannot go with this logics and all. So then that the group of the students who doesn't love the coding and all, they can move to this designing phase. If you make some emphasis on how to design, okay, then you can be the good designer for this software system you are going to develop. Okay, instead of coding, you can also opt for the design. And here are the few companies like the Microsoft, Samsung, Yahoo, Google, IBM, Infosys, Amazon, Flipkart. Okay, these are the companies who are going to take more number of the designer engineers. Design engineers. Okay, design engineers is nowhere the special person. He is also the software engineer who is that, but they will have the more knowledge on the designing and the latest trends on the designing. Okay, so it is also the chance for the one who is having the fear of the coding or who is having the lack of knowledge in the coding. They can simply move to this analysis and the design phase. Okay, this is how this subject, by learning this subject, you can be the good designer of a software project. Okay, next, what is this idea or what is this course object? What is the idea? Please someone mute yourself. Okay, course objective. So what is the objective of learning this course? Okay, so here in this course, you are going to know about the basic principles and the requirements of the object-oriented analysis and the design. Okay, what are the basic things that you required for the analysis and what are the basic things that you require for the design? That is the first thing you are going to learn in this course. Next, what you are going to know is about how to create the objects, how to create a class, and also how to have the interaction between the objects and between the classes. Okay, that you are going to know as the second objective. And next, and the third thing what you are going to learn in this subject, in this course, is how to design the software by using the object-oriented manner. Okay, by using the object-oriented manner. That is the next thing that you are going to learn. Next, how to develop a robust and the less expensive softwares by using this OOAD. That is the next thing you are going to learn. And also, finally, what you are going to learn from here is, it is nothing but how to handle any complexities in the software design. Okay, so you have moved to the from the coding to the designing, and while designing, we'll get many hurdles to handle. And in this subject, what you are going to study more is about not only how to analyze the problem or not only how to design a solution to a problem, but also what are the problems that if you get any big problems also, complex problems also, you will be able to handle. How to handle that is that you are going to learn. Okay, three main things you are going to learn in this course, and its objective is nothing but to analyze the problem, to design a solution, and to find the complexities in the design. Okay, these are the three main things that you are going to learn throughout this subject. And next, coming to the course outcomes. So course outcomes means after this objectives, after this complete end of the course, what knowledge you are going to grab. So it is nothing but the course outcomes. Okay, so the course outcomes. The first one is you will be able to you will be able to understand the basics of object-oriented based analysis and design. Okay, you will be able to know about this. You will be able to know about the basics of the object-oriented analysis and design by using the UML. That is the first outcome you are going to achieve. Okay, and next, that means what do you understand from that first outcome? That you are going to that you are able to analyze what the problem is and what the solution you have to do. That you are going to find from this first outcome. Next, how to analyze by using the use cases. Okay, so how you are going to analyze after finding the problem, what needful solution that you have to propose, that you are going to analyze by using these use cases. And next thing what you are going to learn here is about the elaborate designing the design structure of the models by using the class diagrams, by gathering information collected from the analysis phase. Okay, so next after the use cases you are going to the class diagrams. And here there is a one important note that you are going to that you have to understand is that analysis phase is a very important phase. If you have not done the proper analysis, you are not going to do the proper design. Okay, and if the design is also not good, then you are also not going to develop a good software system. Okay, so hence what are the major things that you have to do for the development of the software system is analysis has to be done clearly. Okay, and the problem domain has to be stated clearly, and next the solution, that means the design also has to be stated clear. Okay, and how we are going to do this analysis and how we are going to do this design is that you are going to study. Okay, and you will be able to apply various design patterns also by the end of this course, and also you will be able to determine the knowledge of presenting the detailed functionality of your model by using the various UML diagrams. Okay, in depth we'll learn about these UML diagrams. There you'll know how to model by using that. Okay, that is you are going to know by the you'll be able to do by the end of this course, and you'll be able to apply the additional functionalities to this UML diagrams also. Okay, so design we are going to do by using this UML. Okay, by the end of this course what you are going to learn is, if anyone has given a problem to you, then what you are going to do is simply you will be able to analyze what that problem is, and you will be able to find what the needful solution we have to propose, and you will design that by using the UML. Okay, okay, do you understand this? So by the end of this course, you will be able to analyze any problem. That means you will find what is the problem, and you will find the solution, and you will do the design by your design for any system any given problem by using the UML diagrams. This is the outcome you are going to get after learning this course. Okay. Next, this is the syllabus we are having. This is the syllabus we are having. The first of that is the introduction. There you are going to study about what is a complex system. That means first you need to know what is a complex system and for what type of the systems you have to develop. So all this you are going to know about this in the introduction unit. That is the first unit. And in that you are also going to learn about the what are the evaluation models and how to apply this object model. And next in the second thing, in the second unit you are going to learn about, in the second unit you are going to learn completely about objects and classes. Okay, objects and classes. So in the OOP you are already familiarized with what is a class, what is an object, how to create a class, how to create an object, right? So here also we learn here how to create a class, how to create an object, and how to have the relationship between the objects, and how to have the relationship among the classes, and also and the few mechanisms are also to classify the what is a class and what is an object also we are going to learn. Okay, that is all about the analysis phase. The next 4 units we are going to go with the design only. Okay, the next 4 units we are going to move with the design, and in that design what is that we are going to use is the UML. So we are going to know the concepts of the UML, and next about the we'll have the 9 UML diagrams. We'll have the 9 UML diagrams, and about all the diagrams of when we have to use that and how we have to draw that diagrams, what are that 9 diagrams, how to draw that 9 diagrams, and also what is the first diagram we have to draw, and from after drawing that to where to what next level we have to move. All that we are going to learn in this next 4 units. Okay, in that the first unit, the third unit is completely about the basic concepts of the UML only, and next about the behavioral modeling. There you are going to know about the use cases, use case diagrams, activity diagrams, interaction diagrams, and next in the advanced behavioral models you are going to learn about the state machine and also the state chart diagrams. And next in the last unit of the architectural modeling you are going to know how to draw the component diagram. You are going to first know what is a component, what is the deployment, and next hence you are going to learn what is the component diagram and what is the deployment diagram. And next you are going to have the case study, and from that case studies you are going to find the solutions to the case studies are nothing but the problems that are given to you at the end of this course, and you have to apply the knowledge of this subject starting from the first unit to the 6th unit. That is nothing but the first part of analysis and the next part of the design to model a software system. Okay, so this is completely the structure of the course. So what you are going to learn in this course is about the completely about analyzing the problem and finding the solution to a problem. These 2 things you are going to do, and how it is useful to you in the industry while you are going to go for the job is you can be the good designer for a software. Okay, that is its industrial use. Next, this is the syllabus we are having. Okay, so does anyone has any queries? If anyone have any query, please unmute yourself and you can ask me. Does anyone has any query? Does anyone has any query to ask? So this is the introduction to the course. Does anyone has any doubts? No doubts? Okay, so one thing I want to repeat and tell to you is a few of you are logging are having your username as your names. It is difficult to find who is so and so person and what is your register number. So but for the next class, not from tomorrow but from the next class, which is from 10 o'clock, please try to rename your username with your register number to get the attendance. Okay. And one important thing is, please come into the session before the start of the session, before the 5 minutes. Okay. So you have taken today the 10 minutes of the class time. Do you understand? For any class, please go before the 5 minutes. Okay. And next, please have your username as your register number only. Okay, all this session is recorded, and this is going to be kept in your YouTube channel, in your private YouTube channel. You can view this for any doubts. Okay, you can view this for the any doubts. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll start with the first unit and we'll go with the subject. So I hope that you all understand why we are going to study this subject and what this subject or the course is going to deal completely with. Okay. And I also feel that you all understand that what is its need to study this subject, right? I hope that you understand the course description and also its scope and what are the outcomes you are going to get after learning this course. Okay. So does anyone has any queries? Does anyone has any queries? No? No queries?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. See, I'm now going to ask someone with the Realme. Realme is their username. Can you tell what is your register number for today? Realme and AYC Gambler, someone. So these are the. Can you tell your numbers to get the attendance? Number. Prasad, it's not your name we are asking for your register number. Srinu sir, you can unmute and you can ask them, sir. Sir, Srinu sir.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Realme? Who is Realme?
Who is Realme? Your number is 505, right? Prasad?
Not 5? Prasad, madam. Okay.
Okay, and AYC Gamer, what is your number? G2.
AYC Gamer G2.
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 G2, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, this is the end of this today's session, and let us meet for the tomorrow's class, but please don't waste time. Join to the class before the 5 minutes. Okay, before 5 minutes, that means by the 8:55 or by the 8:50 you please try to join the session. Okay, thank you.